My wife asked during dinner, "Why did you tell me your brother died?" The whole table went silent. I nearly knocked over my wine glass because I had no idea where this was coming from. "Because he did die," I said, my eyes darting to my mother for support, but she was frozen, fork halfway to her mouth. Joan, my wife, set down her napkin deliberately and said, "Stop lying. I saw him at the coffee shop yesterday. He was right there, drinking an espresso. He looked right at me and walked away." I suddenly felt sick. Christian had been dead for 2 years. "That's impossible," I said quickly. "Christian died in a car accident. You were at the funeral. You saw the casket." My mother's voice came out strangled. "Joan, what exactly did you see?" Joan pulled out her phone, her movements sharp and angry. "I took a picture. Look at this and tell me that's not Christian." She turned the screen toward us. The photo made me dizzy. It was blurry, taken through a coffee shop window, but the man looked exactly like Christian. Same dark hair, same jaw, same way of hunching over his drink. My mom leaned forward, squinting at the image. That does look like him, but how is that possible?" "It's not possible," I insisted. "Someone who looks similar maybe, but Christian is gone." My mother started crying. Joan wasn't finished. She swiped to another photo. "This was 2 days ago at the gym. Tell me that's not our brother." The image was clearer. The man was on a treadmill, and his profile was identical to Christian's. I stared at it, my mind racing. This has to be a coincidence. A lookalike. A lookalike who just happens to live in our town? Joan's voice was rising. "Who just happens to shop where Christian shopped? Who goes to Christian's gym?" I gulped, trying to wrap my head around this. "Maybe we should look into this, for your mom's sake." The next 2 weeks were hell. The sightings multiplied. Our aunt saw him at the library. My father saw him at a restaurant. Each time the person would approach, and Christian would turn away or leave quickly. My mother started driving around town, searching for him. She'd park outside the coffee shop for hours. Joan confronted him at a gas station, and he threatened to call the police if she didn't leave him alone. She came home hysterical, swearing it was Christian's voice, Christian's eyes, everything. I decided to investigate myself. I mapped out the sightings, found a pattern. He seemed to frequent the same places on a schedule. Tuesday mornings at the coffee shop, Wednesday evenings at the gym, Saturday afternoons at the bookstore. I started following the trail, and it led to a specific neighborhood on the other side of town. My mother wanted to come, but I convinced her to let me handle it. Joan insisted on joining me. We sat in my car outside an apartment complex where multiple people had seen him. "What if it really is Christian?" Joan whispered. "What if he faked his death? Why would he do that?" I asked, though the same thought had crossed my mind. We were a normal family. He had no reason to disappear. At 6:15, we saw him. He walked out of the building carrying a laptop bag, heading for a gray car. Joan grabbed my arm so hard it hurt. "That's him. That's Christian." We followed him to an office building downtown. I waited until he was inside, then we went in. The directory showed a company on the 3rd floor. We took the elevator up, my heart pounding. Through the glass doors, I could see him at a desk, typing. Joan started crying. "It's him. He's alive. He's been here this whole time." I pushed through the doors. He looked up, and his face went from confused to alarmed. "Can I help you?" he asked. His voice was similar to Christian's, but not quite the same. "Christian?" Joan said, her voice breaking. "Christian, it's us." He stood up, backing away, his hands raised. "Look, I don't know who Christian is, but this needs to stop. You people have been following me for weeks." "Stop it!" Joan shouted. "Stop pretending you don't know us." He became visibly frustrated. "I'm not pretending anything. Your family has been stalking me. Some woman cornered me at a gas station last week. An old lady sits outside my apartment building every morning just staring at me. It's getting really creepy." Other people in the office were staring now. A woman approached. "Zachary, is everything okay?" Zachary. She said his name was Zachary. He pulled out his wallet, hands shaking, and showed us his driver's license. Zachary Bates, age 29. The birthday was wrong. Everything was wrong, except the face. "I don't know who Christian is," he said. "I've lived here for 3 years. I moved here from Europe for this job." Joan grabbed the license, staring at it. "This is fake. You're Christian. You're his brother." The woman said, "I've known Zachary since he started here. What's going on?" I stared at this stranger with my dead brother's face, and the realization crushed me. He really wasn't Christian. He was just a random man who happened to look exactly like him, living in our town. My mother would never stop looking for Christian in this stranger's face.